In a world obsessed with motivation hacks and quick fixes, we forget one simple truth. Character is destiny. The Stoics didn't chase trends, they didn't care about popularity or performance. They focused on one thing: virtue. Because to the Stoics, virtue wasn't just a good trait, it was the only true good. In this video, we'll explore the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, and how applying them daily can change not just how you think, but how you live, lead, and grow. To the ancient Stoics, the only thing that defined a good life was living in accordance with nature and reason, which meant living with virtue. Seneca, virtue is nothing else than right reason. So, while the world chases wealth, comfort, attention, and reputation, the Stoic chases character. Not to impress, but to be free. Wisdom is the ability to know what matters and what doesn't. It's not just intellectual knowledge, it's practical clarity. The ability to think clearly under pressure, choose your response instead of reacting, and recognize what's within your control. Marcus Aurelius practiced wisdom by constantly reflecting in meditations. Marcus Aurelius: if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. To be wise is to pause, to observe, and to respond from reason, not emotion. Modern application: journal daily to examine your thoughts. Delay big emotional reactions with 10 seconds of stillness. Ask, is this wise or is this just ego? Wisdom brings freedom through clarity. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the refusal to be ruled by it. Seneca: sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Courage in Stoicism isn't just for war or heroism, it's about speaking truth when it's uncomfortable, showing up when it's easier to quit, continuing when others doubt you, and facing suffering, illness, or failure without self-pity. Courage turns philosophy into action. Modern application: confront the tough conversation you've been avoiding. Post that idea even if you fear judgment. Show up daily for your goals, even when motivation fades. Every time you choose action over avoidance, your courage grows. Temperance is often overlooked, but it's the foundation of self-mastery. It's the ability to say no when excess tempts you, control your impulses, and pursue progress with moderation and patience. Epictetus reminded his students, Epictetus: no man is free who is not master of himself. Temperance is about choosing restraint over indulgence, focus over distraction, presence over impulse. It's the quiet strength that allows you to be consistent when others are chaotic. Modern application: limit social media to defined times. Practice intermittent fasting or minimalism. Avoid overreaction in conversation. Breathe before speaking. Temperance makes room for virtue by clearing out noise. Justice is the Stoics' most social virtue. It's the call to live in service of truth, fairness, and the common good. Marcus Aurelius: what is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee. Justice means acting with integrity even when no one is watching, speaking up for what's right, not just what's popular, and treating others with respect, even those who disagree with you. Stoics believed we are all connected, and to live well is to live justly. Modern application: don't gossip, lie, or take shortcuts. Do the right thing even when it's costly. Ask, what would happen if everyone acted this way? Justice reminds us that virtue is not just personal, it's communal. Why the virtues work together. These virtues are not separate, they are interdependent. To do the right thing, justice, you need courage. To act courageously, you need wisdom. To stay on the path, you need temperance. It's not enough to be brave without clarity, or disciplined without purpose. Virtue is a system, a complete way of being. The more you live with all 4, the more calm, purpose, and resilience you build. How to practice the 4 virtues every day. Here's a daily reflection ritual inspired by the Stoics' morning check-in. Ask, how can I practice each virtue today? What will require wisdom? Where might fear ask for courage? Where could I use temperance? How can I act justly in small ways? Throughout the day, use simple Stoic questions: is this wise? Is this courageous? Am I being excessive? Is this fair and just? Evening reflection: where did I live by virtue today? Where did I fall short? And how can I improve? This daily loop builds internal consistency. Over time, you stop chasing results and start embodying character. Why the Stoics believed virtue was the only good. Modern life tells us happiness comes from achievement, attention, wealth, comfort. But the Stoics knew all of these can be taken. Virtue cannot. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." In hardship, virtue shines. You can lose your job, your money, even your reputation. But if you remain wise, brave, disciplined, and just, you have lost nothing essential. That's what makes virtue the only true wealth. Virtue creates peace. Peace doesn't come from having an easy life, it comes from living rightly. When you choose virtue, you don't fear judgment, you stand on truth. You don't chase approval, you lead with values. You don't panic under pressure, you respond with clarity. You begin to live with a quiet kind of power. Not loud, not showy, but strong. This is what the Stoics meant by eudaimonia, a life of inner flourishing, not external comfort, but deep alignment. Final thoughts: build your life on virtue. In a world that encourages you to chase more, the Stoics ask you to become more. Not to perform but to practice, not to look perfect, but to pursue excellence daily. The 4 virtues are your blueprint: wisdom to see clearly, courage to act rightly, temperance to master desire, justice to live honorably. With these you cannot be shaken, because storms come, critics come, loss comes. But virtue stands, and when you live by it, so do you.